we gonna pop our shit, man. You know what I'm saying? A few more minutes in here before we get up out of here. Since we started at like a few more minutes, we gonna get out of here. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Definitely just a few things we want to chop game about, man. Like over the weekend, past couple days, we seen, man, you had another shout out Almighty Suspect and yourself for this ongoing feud.
Oh man,
we
heard we had Lush,
but we seen you make a post saying, yo, you done with it, yo, you through. You ain't going back and forth
that
no
thing
more.
over, man.
This shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? We glad to hear that it got there. But we did see he said a public apology was supposed to be sent, and you said that's a no-go.
It's a no-go.
The beef is over. How did we get to that point of him thinking it was a public apology, or the point of like, is it not an apology because of the way he addressed it? Like, was it a time where you spoke? Because I know you said you spoke to his pops. He said you spoke to his pops. Was that something that was going to happen, and then you seen his response, and you like, now I'm cool? Or was it just, it never was supposed to be that, and he kind of got misinformation?
The cold part is, here's the coldest part of the whole thing. Like, in my heart, I low-key wanted to publicly apologize because I felt bad. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, at the end of the day, like, I'm like your dad's homie.
Yeah.
You feel
Shout out
me?
to
Like,
his pops. I fuck with
like
him.
I you know, R.I.P. I knew your uncle. You feel me? I know a lot of the people. You get like John Black's like an uncle to him too. You feel me? Like
John
a
Black.
lot of our mutuals. You know what I mean? Like
you got a connection to what to him in his circle.
Yeah. So like for me to even like like I felt bad about it despite how disrespectful he was, despite how much he violated whatever sense of camaraderie and family we had accumulated over the years, or he was literally born into by being the son of Rifleman LA Cool, who's a mentor to me, a big homie in this rap shit to me, you feel me? Like, so, but despite that, like I felt like I should have never reduced myself to his level. So I did feel, I was like, damn, I was telling a lot of my homies, like, I feel bad. Like, I feel bad about this. I want to say something. And they're like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. I was like, but like, that's Neff at the end of the day, regardless. Like,
for you, it's like, I'm gonna be the bigger person.
Yeah, I'm gonna
lead by the example.
I am the bigger person. You feel me? Like, beyond, like, I'm not like, and that's not like a knock at him as a human being. Like, just like I'm his elder. You feel me? I should have never been entangled in that whole situation. But like his pops actually said, and I don't want to divulge details of our conversation because that's some chatty patty shit. But what his dad said is like, because I was like, bro, like, that's like, damn, like he low key hurt my feelings. Like, we supposed to be family. And he's like, yeah, but when y'all became co-workers, the dynamic changed, and that's 100% what it was. We didn't. We were on an equal playing field. Now, regardless, I could have a lot of shit to say, but there was no discussion of a public apology. What Cool was saying to me was talk to him. You feel me? Talk to him. Just talk to that man.
Y'all have that
and then that somehow got morphed into like, oh, Lush finna make a public apology sometime in the next 30 hours or whatever the fuck he said. And the cold part is, and then he started taking more shots too. Like, Dejan asked him, say 3 nice things about Lush. He said, one, he's good at judging rap battles. Motherfucker knows damn well I ain't no battle rap judge. You feel me? Like, but that's his way. But that's like you. But then he said he's also good at being corny and being cringe. Those are like the 3.
Is it hard to like be, because I know what it's like to be the bigger person. And when somebody continuously is just antagonizing, like I'm trying to let it die down. Why do you keep doing it? Why do you feel like I'm the one to do this to?
Exactly. And the thing is this, especially when I've developed within that space, regardless of my hip hop accolades, regardless of, the amount of respect I have in hip hop culture and all that shit, I kind of became like, you feel me, the school shooter at No Jumper. Like I went from being
easy pickings.
The popular kid to and it's never cool to punch down, fool. That's why when I was getting at Flacco and people saw Flacco have his vengeance against me. And
now you looking like
the underdog felt like he was having his comeback.
He was punching up at that moment.
Yo, let's need that.
I'm gonna need that outside.
He got him in one day. That was like a
big
moment for good.
That was a huge moment.
It was his origin story. That started off the Flacco now.
That's a villain origin story. For real.
That's my name you playing with.
For real.
And I'm gonna need that.
But now it's my.
Somebody talk company. That was crazy.
But guess what? Now it's my name you playing with.
Yeah.
Now it's my name you playing with.
My name. Okay.
And like I always thought that my name had this motherfucking stegosaurus skin around it. It was so impenetrable that no matter what, my name is my name. Like the OG said, you feel me? And I still believe that. But guess what? Like you ain't gonna continue to take shots. So to answer your question, at a certain point, it did become difficult. But like I was like, you know what? This thing over. I'm never gonna stop making fun of your hairline. You feel me? That's just throwing up the W. Like you feel me? Like the mad circle. You feel me? Like
see, y'all gonna have this ongoing war forever, man.
But there's nothing that's jokes, right?
Yeah, no, the joke.
You feel
and
me?
okay, and that's what I was at with it. With when I hear it from both from him on the show and hear it from you on your platforms, and when you come on here and when we doing this or when you just doing your lives and talking your shit, you know, it kind of just seems like you at a place where it's like you still look at them as family, of course.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what's stopping because for me it's like I say, man, you know, like you don't want to see it continue to be that though, because y'all did have like you say, a love for each other, man, to the point where y'all used to hang, and I probably hang out with you.
No, but that fool was at my crib.
But that's what I'm saying.
Smoking,
y'all would chill and had some type of vibe
Yeah.
to where like it plays out on the internet and it seems like y'all never fucked with each other, and it's like it gotta be one day where it's like, hey, look, it ain't about nothing, bro. I'm off it, you off it. I'm not gonna bring you up. You don't bring me up. If I'm shooting jokes and you shooting jokes, we can't do that.
Yeah.
It's some jokey shit.
Yeah,
but it don't gotta go nothing further.
And it shouldn't.
And it shouldn't go nothing further to where we feeling as if I see you in a liquor store, I
on
don't know.
site.
I don't know. I don't know where we at with it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
And what's funny is like this went from like him buying me a GOTTI hat for Christmas a couple years ago to this. And
the thing is too though, and I can say this, and it seems like this from your side, and I'm not saying this just because you're sitting right here, but yours does seem to come off as this a playful banter.
It
doesn't seem malicious, but I think that, and I don't know Suspect personally, but I can see sometimes when he gets into heated debates, his passion can be mistaken because it seems like he gets a bit aggressive, and it's like I'm like, damn, is he still playing, or is he like, how does he mean that? It's hard to tell when it's just him being passionate or him actually being angry about something.
Well, and then his go-to defense whenever people call him out on that is, that's how we do in the hood. Like, nah, fool. Like, that's gonna lead to, like, yeah, of course, fools might get a little boisterous and like loud when they go riding and shit, but that type of energy leads.
And he's right. It will be like, hey man, like, bring it down. Like, we ain't on that type of time, so you know, like, hey, chill a little bit, because I do have heated debates, and some of my relatives, we talk to each other like that, but it's still a level of respect to where we know you can't pass that line, because once you do that, then now it's a different territory. It's beyond
the tough
talking.
thing about this podcasting thing is where it's like it's those thin lines and it's those unwritten lines, but some people don't know how to gauge when they crossing it or when they not crossing it. So sometimes that's why I always say that phone call or just that, like you said, as Pop said, just talk to him. Sometimes those talks should be able to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hold on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's this? Is this that? So then we know. So even if it is us just popping our shit and the fans thinking that it's real, we know what it is.
Exactly.
Because if we haven't had that convo and it's going there and it's spilling over, then now it start looking crazy, and now people expecting shit, and the fans is expecting shit, and the watchers and onlookers is expecting shit, and then that ego and that pride get to hit when you online and you saying something and motherfuckers is in the comments saying shit like, oh man, you still ain't ran that fade with such and such. Oh yeah, Whoop just said this, and now you like, damn, like,
just gasoline
on everything. You know what I mean? So
there's
literally you gotta have those convos.
And then like, look, the arguments you and your cousins be having or whatever, is there a million people watching when you do that shit?
That's a different story.
Is that being recorded for literally the entire world to see?
And some people do feel away, some people feel away, when they in front of a camera. That's a fact.
That's gonna change all those dynamics. And it's funny because when and I pointed this out in my most recent video, and I look at it as growth on his behalf, and more, and like having more emotional intelligence. But what he got super furious about at me a year ago, literally, it was like a year ago to the day when all this shit was going down, was like we having a little back and forth or whatever, you feel me? Like he roasting me, and I'm like, hey, fool, there's a lot of shit I can say about you because he making fun of my music or whatever, my rapping. And what I was referring to was his music and his rapping. Like I could be like, why your partners all blew up, you didn't. Why there's
Some
so
musical
much
shit,
like musical shit. But I wouldn't want to say that because ultimately that's very disrespectful
to your brand
and hurtful.
in front of these cameras.
Especially it's like because my music, like it or not, that's my heart and soul, and I love my music.
So
and
you
it
take
means
your
a
craft
lot.
serious. Yeah, if somebody get the
I take
disrespect
my
of your
craft
music,
seriously.
you're gonna feel away.
I am and I understand. You feel me? There's a million opinions. I don't let that shit get to me to that degree. But when it's being done in that regard, and I'm being like,
especially by somebody you consider yourself fucking with.
My one partner over there that's really been my homie since before all that shit. That shit was like hurtful. But then, like he's like, motherfucker, you say whatever you want about my music, I wouldn't feel a thing. But then when he's going back and forth with Dijon about the report card, he's like, you talking about my music? Of course I'm gonna take it personally. Like that's my heart or whatever. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he basically said like, so I was like, wow, that's a lot of emotional growth and intelligence that you
understand that.
It comes back full circle, but then again, that's a good talking point for you guys to do have that conversation. Like, hey, how you felt right there? That's exactly what you did to me.
Yeah. And it's even worse because you're supposed to be my mans.
Yeah.
Dijon is, you feel me, an overgrown gummy bear with a fucking fake Lanvin jacket on. You feel me? Like, no offense, I fuck with Dijon, but yeah.
That's crazy. For the no offense right after that.
No, but that's literally look like a fucking gummy bear. Fake designer from Santiago. You feel me? Shit.
So it sounds like it could be patched if talked about the right way at a different time,
for sure.
different place.
I'm off that. It was never, but the thing is, it was never. I was never like
on that.
I was never on it like that.
Hey, it seemed like we taking that on now at this point in time. You see, we had the Billy and Ron.
Hey, there's no studio in this. We trying to, you know what I mean, get a good fitting right here.
Let's merge.
You know what I mean? You come sit right here.
And him and Billy too.
We can sit around here. We can squash that and have y'all talk it out. We'd love to have you.
We can even do like, look, I'm enough of a adult to even be like, you could do a whole no studio and episode without me here.
Yeah, tell us.
Like I'll sit one out. You feel me? And you could and I'm a cast member of the show, but I'll take a week off if you want to have Sus on here and he can talk his shit. Or we could just skip that. You feel me? Like and just really talk like we can talk it out.
Yeah, talk it out and then y'all can.
2024 is a year of reconciliation.
I think y'all can do that.
We want to
because I don't
want
because it's one thing I will say. I don't like when I see the podcasting like ruin some genuine bonds and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like